3 of 14 from the field, 0 for 4 from beyond the yard. And was it 9 for 12 on beyond from the free throw line? Very disappointing night for him. I couldn't believe it that that something like that even happened to him. But it is an off game. Who says that he can't come out with a better showing in Game 6 in Boston like he did a couple in Game 3? I'd like to see it, but really and truly, what were your thoughts on last night's scrimmage?
For Cleveland, when you have Shaquille O'Neal as your leading scorer, it's just not working for me. Shaq, I mean, even with Shaq being your leading scorer, he's just not his presence on the court is not as dominant as what it used to be. So that doesn't it's just not good when Shaq is your leading scorer. Shout out to you though, Shaq. And as far as Boston, I mean, you had 6 people in double figures, all 5 starters in double figures. Paul Pierce finally had a game this playoff season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was trying to get a triple-double, just couldn't get that many assists. But Ray Allen, leading scorer, dropped 25. That's pretty damn good for Ray Allen.
Yeah, that's a great night.
I mean, he's finally getting out of the shooting slump. But Cleveland, I'm not a fan of neither one. But I'm gonna go ahead and say this series is over. Game 6.
Yeah, gotta get rid of Chris. I think I picked Boston to win this series. I picked Boston to win Game 5 actually, along with Cleve also. Once again, if Shaq is your leading scorer, that's not a good deal. I mean, especially not right now at his age. If he was dominant, then he'd probably be dropping 30, 35, and dropping in 17 boards. But that's not the Shaq that Cleveland has right now. As far as Ray Allen getting out the shooting slump, yeah, it is about time. It's good to see him make the 3 because he has one of the sweetest jumpers in the game now. Rajon Rondo was held scoreless in the first half. He scored all of his points in the third quarter. So, pretty much who said Rondo couldn't come out and just, he was held in check pretty much. He didn't get the 18 rebounds, but he still made a difference to Boston. Glenn Big Baby Davis, Ticket Stub, Uno, whoever the hell you want to call him, he had a decent game off the bench. It's good that Kendrick Perkins was in double figure. That's odd.
Yeah.
So if the big three, Kevin Garnett played this game. The big 3 got going, and pretty much if the big 3 gets going, then it's hard for them to lose. And with LeBron James scoring his 4th lowest points in his playoff career, you're not going to win at all. Mo Williams was a non-factor. Anton James to score 9 points is ridiculous. It's terrible. J.J. Hickson was non-existent. But the thing is, what I feel that's wrong with Cleveland is that they have too much firepower. That's too good. It's too much for their own good, and that's why a few of those guys are going to get cut or traded in the offseason.
Yeah, I got to go with what Paul Pierce said in his post-game conference. Yes, press conference says, if our team, you shut down one of our big 3, we got our big 4 now because of Rondo. Yep. There's 3 more people to kind of step up. But he goes with the Cavaliers. If you just stop LeBron James, you beat the whole team because they have no secondary person out there that just steps up.
Yeah, man.
And I agree with that. And I completely agree with that because if you stop LeBron James, like they did last night, you go into victory like you did. Yeah. And if you do, you can't do that to, LeBron James has been holding Paul Pierce the whole time, and all of a sudden Rondo goes for a triple-double. That happens. Somebody's going to feed off somebody else, but the Cavaliers don't have that second threat.
Yeah.
They don't have that second person besides LeBron James to kind of carry them over.
Yeah, and I feel like Jameson, before he came to the Cavs, it was his team. Before he came to the Cavs, when he was with Washington, it was his team.
Right.
So it was like he knew he was the man, so he can do whatever he wanted. He gets to Cleveland, he's a little bit more timid, a little bit more shy about trying to score and whatever. He needs to go in there and demand the ball. I understand it's LeBron's team, but you got to be that second person to score. And LeBron is still young. He resembles. He doesn't resemble, but he still plays the way Jordan played at a young age and how Kobe Bryant played at a young age. To where every time they try to do something, it's always a deep 3-pointer, off balance long shot or always trying to get to the rim every single time. You know, after a while, you know, Kobe, first Jordan, and then, you know, Kobe, after a while, they started learning how to, you know, back down, do a little turn away, fade away jump shot, or just, you know, work on their jump shot game. So,
Quick question before we go to the next topic. With Paul Pierce saying what he did say, do you think the Cavs should use that as motivation?
it ain't gonna help.
Well, I mean,
You always use that as motivation because when another player talks to you, talks about your team and how nobody steps up, that's kind of saying, hey, guys, it's time to wake up. And most teams use it as motivation. Most teams don't.
yeah, usually Mike Brown, he's like, he tries to get into his team, saying like, we'll be ready. I will expect to see a different team in this next game. But for that to happen, Mo Williams is going to have to step up, or Delonte West, whoever is going to be starting, because if some people consider Mo West is, not Mo West, but Mo Williams the secondary scorer, I'm saying you're sadly mistaken because that's not true.
On to the next topic. We have the possibility of the Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight versus Manny Pacquiao. Jerry Jones said he wants it in Dallas.
Ain't
He
happening.
said he can, he thinks he can draw 120,000. And hey, Pacquiao, the newly elected Filipino congressman, hey, he wants to fight. What it looks like. What do you say, JB?
Well, I mean, a lot of us are anticipating the fight. I mean, I was anticipating this fight months ago when it should have happened. Now I think if Pacquiao decides to fight Mayweather, I mean, it would draw a huge crowd. I mean, I'd be all for it if it was held in Cowboy Stadium, but I feel boxing's pretty much, it's made for Vegas. Take it back to MGM Grand. That's where I think it should be. The ratings will be through the roof wherever they decide to box. So it really doesn't matter to me. But in my opinion, I think Pacquiao wants to fight Mayweather mainly because I'm pretty sure he watched Floyd Mayweather against Sugar Shane Mosley, and he watched those first 2 rounds very, very close when Shane Mosley stunned Mayweather's ass. I mean, he whooped his ass the first two rounds, and he's like, oh, okay, if he's doing that, then I got a feeling I can hang with him or I can beat him. So why not?
I'm gonna go ahead and say mine because this ain't gonna be quick. If they hold in Dallas Stadium, this is gonna be quick. I'm sorry. If they hold in Cowboy Stadium, that's too damn big. That's too big of a venue. I'm pretty sure if you sitting at the top, you ain't gonna see shit. Therefore, you're not gonna want to go. And as far as now the anticipation for this fight, ain't nothing's been signed yet, and I've been waiting for this for so long that I don't even give a damn now until they actually get in the ring. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm with you on that one, Chris. I mean, this is the third time we have heard speculation of this fight going on. I'm not getting hyped up because of this, mainly because of the previous 2 times. There's going to be something that these two just can't agree on because one will be scared of the other at some point. Pacquiao's kind of scared. What if Floyd still has a little bit in the tank? And then, of course, Mayweather's scared that Pacquiao will whoop his ass.
Give me that first L.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of scares people. But if I'm Jerry Jones, I have to stay out of this. Boxing is no longer a spectator, an in-person spectator sport. It is now made for, Vegas, like JB had said, and it's also made for pay-per-view. It's the only reason people fight these days to get all on pay-per-view, or if you're lucky enough to go to a small venue to watch it, you can go watch it there. But it's not meant for 100,000 people to watch. Boxing is not meant for that many people to watch.
Or I mean, or if we get lucky and they just haven't put the fight on HBO, which is I'm always cool for that.
They won't do
I know
that. They gonna make you pay for
I mean,
$75 for it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think like
You put in a basketball arena, that's big enough.
Yeah.
So people at the top can actually see.
Yeah.
Because being a person that watch wrestling, if you up there, you can see the ring. But if you're in a big ass stadium, you can't see shit.
Well, see, if you're in boxing, I mean, they have the setup a little bit different. They have extra lights. I mean, so
people too small.
Shout out. Thumbs down on the range. Shout out. Thumbs down. Chris.
First shout out, we're going to give it to the Black Hawks. Black Hawks, we advanced into the conference finals, playing San Jose. That should be a great series. That should be a real great series right there.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Spike Lee for being petty enough to root for a Boston team so LeBron could possibly come to New York.
Damn. I'd like to give a shout out to the E60 piece yesterday on Monte Rivera.
Oh, you talking about when the
Yeah,
lady
going
didn't
back,
know?
yeah, lady
Yeah,
didn't know,
they
and because they went back to his home place in Panama.
Okay, I'm gonna give a shout out. Hopefully this